Well, good afternoon from Two Happy Children Farm. I'm out in the cornfield and I'm doing a report on the corn conditions and the fact that we haven't gotten any rain, and I'm also going to talk about the wild pig conditions. So we've been 3 weeks now without rain. If you guys are in the Midwest, just think about going without rain from July 1st to July 23rd. And you start to understand what that means to us. The good thing was this crop had a full moisture profile just 3 weeks ago, and it was just hitting V8, V7 when we stopped raining. So we've been able to build a really nice plant with the moisture we did have. We went through the critical nutrient uptake phase without any issues. So this crop is pulled in, it's allotted 200 pounds or so of nitrogen, and we had adequate phosphorus and potassium out there as well. So right now we're in pretty good shape. And when I did get the rain, we were a no-till farm, and I think the soil just soaked it in, and I didn't get any runoff. So this side of the field is my earlier split. It's a 109-day variety. I've pulled a couple ears already, and they're about 80% through pollination. This side of the field is 112-day split, and it's just now starting to pollinate. It's probably 30% through. I didn't see any problem getting plant height in this part of the field. It'd been doing well all season, and I still think we got about the right plant height and ear height. Looking down underneath the canopy, we're well shaded, so I'm obviously not losing any moisture to evaporation, and things are looking good down here. There's no moisture when I pull back mulch anymore, but anyways, a lot of the other fields around me are planted March 15th or March 10th, even some on March 20th, which is 800 heat units behind me. They're still open, they don't have a canopy yet, and they've been curled up for the last 10 days. Here's a little nutrient deficiency here. So they've been curled for the last 10 days. I haven't seen any signs of curling on my field. But I know with these dry conditions it's not helping anything. The stress level though is just going to get worse. We were supposed to get rain today, and then I don't think it's going to happen. Another chance of rain next week, so we're just going to have to get through this. Some of the things I do to make my crop drought proof, there's no such thing as you can't raise a crop without rain, but I went to minimum tillage. And before I did that, I took this field, which had been in full-scale tillage, and did a deep rip on it. So we took out any hard pan that's going to keep the roots from getting the moisture. But since then it's been no-tilled, and you can see there's a lot of residue on the ground. The other thing is I have a really good fertility program. So there's no shortage of potassium out here, which is what controls the heat regulation on hot days like this. And this field I happen to use Quilt Excel at B5, which may be helping keep it from getting too stressed. At least you feel good that maybe you did something right. And then the other thing I've used is in furrow I used Quick Roots, which is to help the root growth, and then I used a seed box treatment called Amplified D, which is to help the plant germinate better. You know, if you're doing it, you're not sure if it's helping you, but on days like this, you hope you've done everything you can to give this crop a chance to survive until the next rain. So that's what it looks like here. Now let's Go take a look at some hog damage. So since this field was tasseled first and pollinated first, and I'm the only one in the county that had corn, the hogs came into my field first. And this is what they did probably last Friday night. And you can go through the field and see patches like this. So here's the kicker. What they were doing was they're knocking down the stalk and then taking the young ear and just taking a bite out of it. So we haven't had anything come through since Friday. Friday night was a really good night for the farm. I left around 9:30. I've been watching at the edge of the field. I'm kind of the watchman. And then the hunter came with his dogs around 10:30. And the wind was blowing south and he came up the drive, and 5 minutes after he let out the dogs, they were already on a hog. So on Friday night they took down 3 of the mother pigs, which is probably most of the herd, and we're hoping what's left is just the baby pigs, and they should get taken care of by coyotes. So I haven't had any hogs since last Friday, and we're gonna hope it stays that way. I've been doing perimeter checks on the field. Haven't seen anything. So that's what hog damage looks like in a cornfield, and I know this is old because the stalks are all dry, so it hasn't been a recent problem. This was Friday night's problem. Probably lost over a half acre of plants in the whole process, but if we got rid of them, then that's good. So we're looking for rain down here. I know when you get a lot at the beginning of the season, you wish it would stop. And sometimes it's totally cruel. You get it all at the front end, and then this is what happens in the middle. Overall, our plants are in good shape right now. We're pollinating as normal. I don't think we're going to have an issue pollinating. We're going to have an issue though with kernels aborting if we don't get some rain to put into those ears. So I'm looking at a 200 bushel crop right here and hoping we can hold it, and if not, we're going to start going down from 200 over the next couple weeks. We got a good month of risk here. We can hope we can get through the month with some more rains, and this will turn into a really good crop. So thanks for watching. That's an update and just documenting what our corn looks like without rain for 23 days.